Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the 2025 Monaco Yacht Show. We are on, I don't know what day it is, day 3 I think it is officially. We're going to start off with some sailing yachts actually. Had a lot of requests for sailing yachts. As you'll all know, it's not my area of expertise. I've learned a lot about sailing yachts for unfortunate reasons because of what happened with Beijing. I'm still not anywhere near something that I would call knowledgeable about them, but I will do my best. I will show you the three, I believe they're the 3 largest sailing yachts at the show, and we'll go and look at them. First, we're starting with Maximus. Now, unfortunately, the location of some of these yachts, they're sandwiched right between other yachts, so it's kind of tricky to get any nice shots of them. But you can see Maximus just there, reaching through the forest here. So this is sailing yacht Maximus. It is a 59-meter or 197-foot ketch, 2-masted vessel. Built in 2023 by Vitters in the Netherlands, very well-renowned sailing yacht builders. It has a 10-meter beam, which is 33 feet, and it has obviously there's 2 drafts on it. Any yacht that has a extendable keel, they have 2 draft figures: 5-meter minimum draft, 16 feet, or 8 meters with the keel down, which is 26 feet. The shipyard describes this yacht as built for speed, classic design, but built for speed. This basically saying it looks absolutely classic, but underneath all the lines are designed for speed, and it does compete actually. And it's got twin rudders, a lifting keel, like I mentioned, and it's optimized wetted surface area will stand for speed. That's what they say on their website. You can actually see one of the rudders down there. Absolutely stunning looking vessel. I love the black hull. This is a brand spanking new yacht, 44 meters in length, 145 feet, built in 2025. It is also a Vitters built sailing yacht. This boat is for sale right now. It's got a range of 3,000 nautical miles. I'm going to go ahead and assume that is on the engines. Keel up is 4.3 meters or 14 feet, and keel down is 12.3 meters or 39 feet. That's quite the keel. Now this is a fast cruising sloop, single-masted vessel, massive boom on it. Wow. Like I said, built in 2025, so it's brand spanking new. It does have a MAN engine and a 560 horsepower engine, a couple of generators as well. Why would you sailing yacht need generators? I hear you ask if you're not a sailing yacht aficionado. That's because they still need to have lights and they still need to have AC inside and all of the mod cons that go with modern super yachts. Right? This sailing yacht here, Asashi. This is a Perini Navi. It's similar in size to Beijing, but it's a ketch. It's got 2 masts, unlike Beijing, which had that one massive, oversized mast, right? So, but the hull is very similar design. You can see the shell door here on the left. The outline of the shell door is closed, obviously, and you can see the las hatch, the lazarette hatch there, open in the open position. This is to allow the people, the crew, to get down into the lazarette area. If they want to get to this door here to open it, or they want to go into the engine room, I think the engineer's cabin is also in the stern of this vessel as well. So yeah, that's how they get access. So it's often left open because it takes time to open. Obviously should be closed whilst underway. So this Asashi sailing yacht here is same hull as Bayesian. Obviously, what I mean by that, same size, 56 meters. It's a ketch. It's a two-masted vessel. It's not the same. They had to make modifications to the hull of Bayesian to make it into that sloop with that giant mast. But for the sake of the layout, I inquired about this door here. It looks like a door. It's just a staircase, like a swim platform. And that confirmed to me that it is the same as Bayesian's layout. Some of them do have a stern door here, but this is just a swim platform, stairs, and then the shell door is round on the port side, like I showed you in the other footage. And you can see, you know, it all looks very, very similar to me. It's black, painted black though, but you can see the vents there. These are vents that allow air to go inside the vessel. Obviously the engine room is in the stern here, but you have all of these vents that allow air in. And this is what we were talking about, down flooding angle as opposed to angle of vanish and stability. Down flooding angle is here. Now these vents can be closed when these vessels are under sail and everybody's up on deck hanging over the side of the vessel, as you see in videos. These vents will all be closed because they're under sail. They don't need the vents to be open. They're not using the AC. Everybody's out on deck. But when they're using AC and generators and all that stuff, and their engines and everything, they need air to be going inside the vessel that goes through these vents. This is Sailing Yacht Katana. It is a ketch. It is massive, 61 meters. I believe, I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the longest and maybe the largest gross tonnage sailing yacht here at the show. 491 gross tons, brand spanking new. Still got the plastic on the seats, kidding, of course. 11.4 meter beam, and which is 36 feet, by the way. I'm standing on a floating platform right now, so if the footage is wobbly, that's why. Built by Perini Navi. You might have heard of them. Has a top speed of 15.5 knots. Under power, I believe that is propulsion, you know, not sails. It has MTU diesel engines in it. The masts are carbon fiber masts, and the bowsprit as well. Has a retractable keel, of course, and dynamic positioning system. If you don't know what that is, basically means that a vessel can stay in its same position as if it's, you know, at anchor, but it's actually holding its position using engines and thrusters and power. You know, it's under power and it's staying still using all kinds of technology, GPS and everything like that. So the draft on this vessel, it's a centerboard design. It is 4.2 meters with the keel up, which is 13 feet. And with the keel down, it's 12 meters, 12 point something meters. I've rounded it down, which is 40 feet in depth. So yeah, it's a very deep girl when it's down there. Like I said, I don't know much about sailing yachts, but what I do know is they're gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful design. Very traditional, obviously, even though they're super modern. They look like almost like something out of the past, right? So yeah, I love a sailing yacht, even though I don't know an awful lot about them. Porsche. I got excited. I saw the sign from all the way over there in the car deck, and I thought it was some sort of Porsche. I thought there was a Porsche stand, you know, but it's with a company called Frauscher. They build boats, and they've taken a collaboration with Porsche. They've taken the drivetrain, the electric drivetrain, out of the Porsche Macan, and they've put it into their boats. All right, so this yacht here is represented by SuperYachts Monaco. They're in the background here. and they actually gave me a coffee. I stopped by and asked if I could have a coffee. I saw their coffee machine because you know why I can't get a coffee from where I used to get a coffee from. So, but they were more than happy to give me a coffee. So much appreciated. So here we've got Motor Yacht Alp, ALP. It's a 50 meters, let's say 49.98 meters, very accurate, 164 foot, built by Heeson, 2024, so it's pretty new. Delivery last year. The 24 designation is when the vessel was delivered, so obviously it wasn't built in 1 year. They never are. In Friday's video, on when we did the yacht spot, I put this boat in myself. It was in San Remo. It was docked in San Remo. It was just going past me, and I filmed it just before it docked. King Benji. I thought this was a new yacht because I've never seen this one before. I don't know an awful lot about it. Built in Turkey by Dunya Yachts. 47 meter, 154 feet. Like I said, built in 2024. You can charter this vessel for about 300,000 euros a week. And yeah, like I said, Dunya Yachts built, and yeah, that's about it really. 10 crew, and it can carry 10 guests in 5 cabins. So that was funny. At the show, I get recognized a lot, and a lot of people ask if they can take my photo or take a selfie with me in it, right? So a woman just stopped me. She said, oh, I think she was Russian. She said, can you take a photo? I was like, oh, yeah, of course. Thinking she meant a selfie like everyone else. She wanted me to take a photograph of her with the yacht club in the background, which is right next to me here. So I was just the cameraman. Anyway, the reason why I was starting to film it is because, interestingly, I was talking to somebody who lives in Monaco recently at the show, and he was telling me that one of the reasons why yachts are so popular is because if you live in Monaco, there are obviously benefits to living in Monaco, no income tax, for instance, but you have to spend the majority of the time in Monaco, right? But the property in Monaco is so expensive. An apartment, like there's a building over there that has these regular size apartments in it, and they're like $40–50 million, right? For that kind of money, you can buy a yacht like this sailing yacht here. You can buy one of these for kind of, you know, the price of a yacht is similar to the price of a large apartment in Monaco or a house in Monaco. So that a lot of the people that live here, they buy a yacht and they live on it, which makes perfect sense, right? And then you can just take your apartment and sail it somewhere else when you feel like it. Right after I finished filming that bit where the woman asked me to take a photo, 2 other people asked me if they could take a photo. And I said, you want me in it, or you want me to take the photo? All right, so we're in one of the pavilions now. It's very noisy in here, so hopefully it's not too much of it coming across on the microphone. This pavilion is dedicated to all things technical on board. It's fascinating. You can see in the background here, we've got bow thrusters, we've got capstans, we've got windlasses, we've got generators, all kinds of waste management, you name it, they have it in here. Seats for the bridge, ECTA systems, integrated bridges. We've got Furunos here, they're here every year. We've got Garmin here, we've got Lumishore here, they do lights. You know, when the vessel's all lit up at night, they are here as well. So there's everything like that, technically, you name it. That's what we've got in here. We're going to have a quick look around inside. It's funny, whenever I think of Furuno, I think of Italy, because obviously they have offices in Italy, and a lot of the yachts that I've worked on over the years have been in Italy when we've needed to get somebody on board for the integrated bridge. So whenever I think of Furuno, I think Italian, but it's actually a Japanese company. So it always makes me laugh that in my mind, I'm thinking Italy, because I've always been in Italy when I've needed someone to come on board to do something with the bridge. But yeah, Japanese company, and they make integrated bridges, meaning, you know, obviously it's all integrated into one panel like this. Obviously lots of redundancy in these bridges. But this is like, I've never seen anything like this before on a yacht, on even a new yacht. But this is like what they can do. You know, this is the very top end of what they can do. You could have this on your yacht. I'm not saying that it's not a working bridge, because it is. All right, we're here at a booth that deals in yacht signs, and the company's name is no description needed of the name of this company. They make signs for yachts. It's not as simple as straightforward as you might think. If you see a yacht in the daytime, you see the sign on the back, you know, the name of the yacht, and you might think, oh, okay, there's just the name of the sign, right? But there's a lot more that goes into it. They're obviously filled with LEDs, backlit, and so that means they have to shape the LEDs inside of the things after they've been sculpted from whatever material they're going to use, mounted to the vessel, and then obviously electricity needs to be applied. And that's not the end of it. It's not like you just put it up to a switch and switch it on and off. It goes into the integrated system on the vessel, so they can switch on the lights from the bridge, right? So they just press a button on the Lutron system or whatever system they've got that operates all the lighting, and on comes the lighting right from the bridge, from the panel on the bridge, or wherever they turn on the lights at night. Okay, welcome to the world's smallest pool table. That's not what it is. This is a company I've seen here pretty much every year since I've been coming to the show. A company called Stable, which is a great name. Again, it's like yacht sign. This is Stable. They make things that are stable on a vessel. They started off making these pool tables. On some cruise ships had them, and the story goes, I've told the story before, and the owner has told the story before, but I'm just doing it myself this time. Basically, somebody on a cruise was feeling seasick, and he knew about the pool tables. We went up and he lay on the pool table for 20 minutes, and he said it cured him of his seasickness. So what do? Like all great inventors, they said, oh, we could do something with that, and they made beds. So they made a stability platform for beds, and now they do beds. They do even wine cabinets, because obviously wine has sediment in. Red wine has sediment. You put them in the cabinet, it keeps it steady so they're not getting bounced around in rough weather. If you're a wine connoisseur and a billionaire, then that does not sound as crazy as you might think it does. But you can see here, there's a thing here that shows you the insides of the pool table, how it works. It's quite incredible, the technology that goes into it, using gyroscopes and all kinds of hydraulics and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into the details of how it works. It's magic. And it keeps you steady if you want a pool table or if you want to sleep. And now, there's a lot of people out there, and a lot of people will get upset with this, they always do, but there's a lot of people out there who are very rich, who love the idea of having a yacht so they can go around to islands and, in the Philippines or whatever, but they don't want to be in the rough weather. They don't like it, because when they're trying to sleep and it gets rough and they're calling the bridge saying, can we do something about the rough bouncing around? And obviously the captain can't do anything about it, right? But they can get one of these beds, and then they can sleep on the bed, and when the ship is moving around, the bed is completely still. So if you love yachting but you don't love rough weather, then you need to get one of these and all will be well. So whatever floats your boat, or whatever doesn't float your boat, as the case may be. Maybe, guys, I'm going to wrap up here. I thought I would finish with a little submarine, making the word U-boat acceptable again. I hope you enjoyed this video. A bit of a mix of yachting and inside the pavilions, and all the bits and pieces that you see at the Monaco Yacht Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite and all that stuff, and we'll talk there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.